every once in a while, some homeless dude will show up. And like we had one earlier this summer, and he wandered around, and everybody's freaking out. You know, he's peering in cars and looking in windows at houses and stuff.
Right.
And they just the sheriff's department just will get them, be super nice, put them up in a hotel for a night, give them some money, and take them to the next county.
I was gonna say, well, you're giving 3 homeless dudes a ride right now.
You're different.
Each county here is known to pick up, whoever doesn't belong in there, and then take them to the next county.
Oh, right.
So whenever we see a homeless, it's like, motherfucker, which of these counties dropping?
Well, I just left Spring Creek Pass, climbed up about 1,300 feet, back up at trail level here. I've been pretty lucky so far with the weather. I really haven't had any rain this whole trip, but now it looks like today's my turn.
Well, I've hiked a lot of miles in Solomon's before, and I've never had that problem. The shoes usually wear out before you have any race issues, so that's the first time I've ever had an issue with it.
I had only one pair of them. I mean, they hold up, but my feet don't like them.
Too narrow?
Yeah.
Those shoes are a bit wider, you know.
Yeah, I do kind of have like a wide foot too.
So when I got to Spring Creek Pass at the completion of the last section, I bumped into an older couple that just finished their hike, and before I even put my thumb out, they offered to give me a ride into Lake City. Turns out they were related to a girl that I bumped into in Silver City. So not only did they give me a ride into Lake City, but they also took me out to eat for lunch. So over lunch we got to talking, and it turns out they had both been working for the Fish and Wildlife Service in Colorado for 30 plus years. And I asked, what's one of the most interesting things you've ever had happen out on the job? And he says, well, there was this one time we were stocking fish in this lake by plane. They drop them from a plane into the lake. Anyways, he says, I pulled the lever, we looked down to see where the fish went, and they dropped all the fish on this guy that was in a boat in the middle of the lake. And they looked down, this guy's like bailing fish and water out of the boat and everything. I mean, can you imagine that? A guy comes home and he says, yeah, fish just started raining from the sky. It's like the greatest fishing story ever told. San Luis Peak right there. It's one of about 5 14ers along the CDT. I think I'm going to skip it though. It's really, really windy today. It's going to be like 50, 60 mile an hour winds up there. Not really into that. So I was coming down the pass, going through some tall brush, and lurking in the bushes was Dixie, and shortly thereafter I ran into Easy. So now the trail dips down out of the mountains for a while, and for the next 35 miles or so, The trail's fairly low and flat, it's kind of a break from the high mountains. It actually dips down to 9,300 feet, which is the lowest I've been since northern New Mexico.
I was there third week of September, and yeah, there was no one out there. We saw like 2 people all weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, at least it's stable. Well, I get a bit of a road walk going on here, which is essentially the first time in Colorado I've had to walk more than a quarter mile on a road. And it's a nice little break, actually, from all the climbing in the mountains. You know, usually the trail kind of alternates between difficult sections, and then you get a little, section in a valley that's low, or on a road where it's just easy to walk. And there hasn't been any of that for the last couple 100 miles. It's all been hard, so I'll take it. Well, I just hiked 16 miles this morning on 3/4 of a liter of water. So I'm really glad to have this stream. Just chugged 2 liters of water. I'm going to take another 2 with me. This is about the closest thing I've had to a distant view, basically since yesterday morning.
All right, just hit 1,000 miles. Probably 1,000 mosquitoes today too.
Good morning, dear. Well, back to pointless ups and downs with no view and a ton of mosquitoes. Yay! Well, I missed a turn a while back, and now the trail I'm on has turned into a stream, so that's no good. Well, I guess I'm going to turn around and backtrack. I went 1.5 miles out of the way, so it's going to be 3 miles total. It's not the end of the world, but this is the first time in the CDT I've made a mistake that's cost me more than, I don't know, maybe a half a mile.
A rider come through here?
Yeah, like a minute up. Pretty sure dirt bikes aren't allowed on the CDT. there's supposed to be a snowmobile cabin up here. And that's where I want to sleep tonight, so let's go check that out. Hi. What's going on?
How'd I get in front of you?
I don't know.
Huh.
How did you?
I don't know.
Oh, holy shit, there's a lot of wood. Well, maybe you passed me at that creek because I made a wrong turn like right before the hill starts climbing. So this cabin is maintained by a snowmobile club, and they keep it open for hikers to use too. Didn't have to put up my tent, and a little bit of civilized comfort, I suppose. And of course, no backcountry cabin would be complete without its own little set of oddities. So I've got 12 more miles before I reach Monarch Pass, where I'll hitch into Salida. And Salida is Spanish for exit. Normally they name towns like Buena Vista, Good View, something like that. So, you're naming a town exit. I'm not really sure what to expect here. Morning. Just a little shelter that I guess you could sleep here if you wanted to. Camel Toe and Feisty, Pooh Beard, White Tiger. So I've been on trail over 2 months now, and I've been walking on the Colorado Trail for about 150 miles. I just saw my first mountain biker this morning, and I've actually seen like 30 now. It's kind of crazy. So 4 bikers just came flying around this corner, didn't bother to slow down at all, literally had to dive out of the way. So that's Monarch Pass. We got about another 2 miles. Good thing because I'm tired of playing Dodge the Mountain Biker. Okay, Monarch Pass. Time to Salida.